If your work happens through a keyboard, a phone, or a form, part of your job may already be entering an automation market. But the viral claim that artificial intelligence will simply erase 15 entire careers by 2030 is not what the strongest labor evidence says. We compared the International Labor Organization's task exposure research, United States employment projections, the World Economic Forum's employer survey, and current job market evidence. The result is a more useful warning. AI usually attacks tasks before it attacks job titles. These are 15 occupations likely to feel that pressure early, what is actually changing, and the move that can make you harder, not easier, to replace. Meet Elena, an operations assistant at a growing company. Her title sounds safe because the business still needs operations. But look inside her day. Copying information between systems, cleaning spreadsheets, scheduling meetings, summarizing updates, answering routine questions, chasing missing fields, and preparing standard reports. AI does not need to become Elena to change her job. It only needs to make 5 of those 8 tasks faster, cheaper, or self-service. That task-level view is the key to understanding every occupation in this video. We scored each occupation using 3 separate signals. Exposure asks how much of the work generative AI could theoretically assist or automate. Employment Outlook asks whether official projections already expect the occupation to shrink. Adoption Evidence asks whether businesses have practical tools for those tasks today. A high exposure score is not a pink slip. The ILO explicitly says transformation is more likely than total replacement for most occupations. So watch the meter carefully. Red means strong pressure on routine tasks, not a prediction that every person with that title disappears. The first pressure zone is routine information work. Occupation 1. Word processors and typists. The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics projects employment to decline 36% from 2024 to 2034. Occupation 2. Data entry keyers, projected down about 26%. Occupation 3. Bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerks, where software already categorizes transactions and flags exceptions. Occupation 4. Payroll and timekeeping clerks, whose repeatable rules increasingly live inside automated systems. Occupation 5. Order clerks, projected to decline as customers and sales systems capture orders directly. The shared vulnerability is not writing or numbers. It is structured information moving through predictable steps. Picture the old workflow as a conveyor belt. One person receives a document. Another types the fields. A third checks the totals. A fourth enters the order. A fifth prepares the report. Modern systems can extract the fields, classify the document, apply rules, and draft the report in seconds. What remains is the exception queue: unclear handwriting, conflicting records, unusual transactions, missing authorization, and costly mistakes. The safest worker is no longer the fastest at moving ordinary items. It is the person trusted to resolve the abnormal ones. Occupation 6. General Administrative Assistants. Occupation 7. Executive Secretaries. Occupation 8. Legal Secretaries. Their calendars, standard correspondence, meeting notes, document formatting, and information retrieval are highly exposed, even when the role itself remains. The World Economic Forum places administrative assistants and executive secretaries among the fastest declining roles expected through 2030. Legal support shows why job titles can mislead. Drafting a standard letter may accelerate dramatically, while filing rules, confidentiality, client judgment, and court-specific procedures still require accountable humans. The work does not vanish evenly. It splits into automated routine and higher-stakes coordination. Return to Elena. If she competes with AI on typing speed, summary speed, or calendar speed, she is competing on the wrong battlefield. If she learns to design the workflow, verify outputs, manage permissions, resolve exceptions, and communicate decisions, she moves from task performer to system operator. That is not motivational language. It is a concrete change in responsibility. The valuable question becomes, when the automated process fails, who understands enough of the business to catch it before a client, regulator, or executive does? Occupation 9. Bank tellers. Occupation 10. Cashiers and ticket clerks.
Occupation 11. Télémarketeur.
Occupation 12. Customer service representatives. Occupation 13. Switchboard and answering service operators. Self-service kiosks, online banking, voice systems, chat assistants, and AI-supported sales tools are already absorbing routine transactions. BLS projects telemarketer employment down about 22% and switchboard operators down about 26% from 2024 to 2034. But the human advantage becomes clearer as the transaction becomes emotional, ambiguous, valuable, or risky. A password reset is automation-friendly. A frightened customer disputing a large transfer is not the same problem. Here is the dividing line. Low-context requests can be recognized, routed, and answered from a knowledge base. High-context cases contain emotion, incomplete evidence, policy conflicts, negotiation, or reputational risk. Businesses will try to automate the first group and reserve people for the second. That may reduce headcount, but it also raises the skill threshold for the humans who remain. Reading the room, de-escalating conflict, spotting fraud, and taking responsibility become more, not less, valuable when easy contacts disappear from the queue. Occupation 14. Insurance claims and policy processing clerks. AI can extract damage details, compare documents, draft explanations, and prioritize files, while disputed or suspicious claims still need accountable review.
Occupation 15. Graphic designer.
The World Economic Forum moved graphic designers close to its fastest declining group as generative tools became more capable. But design is not one task. Producing 20 visual variations is exposed. Understanding a brand, directing a campaign, defending a concept, checking rights, and connecting creative work to a business result are different. The tool compresses production time. It does not automatically supply taste, responsibility, or customer knowledge. Now, the part missing from most fear videos. PwC's 2026 analysis of more than 1 billion job advertisements found that companies most able to use AI were increasing headcount faster than less AI-exposed companies. Jobs asking for AI skills were growing far faster than the overall market and carried a substantial wage premium. That does not cancel the risk to clerical or entry-level work. It reveals a split. Workers whose role is only the routine output face pressure, while workers who combine domain expertise, judgment, and AI fluency may become more productive and more valuable. Do this 10-minute audit. List the 10 tasks you performed last week. Mark each task green if it needs physical presence, trust, negotiation, or accountable judgment. Mark it amber if AI can assist, but a human must verify. Mark it red if the input is digital, the rules are predictable, and mistakes are easy to check. Then calculate the share of your week living in the red column. Your job title matters, less than that percentage. A designer with client strategy may have a different risk profile from a designer producing fixed format variations all day. 2 administrative assistants can have completely different exposure. First, move toward exceptions. Volunteer for the unusual cases, quality checks, and decisions that require context. Second, own a metric. Connect your work to time saved, revenue protected, errors prevented, customer retention, or turnaround time. Third, learn to supervise the tools changing your workflow. That means choosing inputs, setting boundaries, checking evidence, protecting private data, and measuring whether the system actually improved the result. Do not merely become faster at an exposed task. Become responsible for the complete outcome around it. By 2030, many of these titles may still exist. The daily work inside them will not look the same. Routine queues will shrink. Exception queues will become harder. Entry-level roles may demand judgment earlier because automation removes some of the simple work people once learned on. That is a genuine risk. If the training tasks disappear, employers need a new way to develop experience. It is also why Learn AI is incomplete advice. The durable combination is domain knowledge, human judgment, communication, and the ability to operate an AI-assisted process safely. The headline is not that 15 jobs die on a specific date. It is that predictable digital tasks are becoming cheaper, and every worker should know which part of their role lives in that market. Comment with your job and the most repetitive task inside it. We will use the replies to build a researched follow-up showing which skills create the strongest escape route. Subscribe to NoTech AI Lab for evidence-based AI guidance across careers, tools, money, and safety, without coding, fabricated experiments, or hidden sponsorships.